Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you. We're going to be trying to answer the question, why have AAA games specifically, for the most part, went down in quality in the last few years by quite a lot. So let's just get into the video, and I hope you guys do enjoy. If you do, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and have a great day. So, the video game industry. It's seen a lot of growth, innovation, in many recent years, but it seems like a lot of players, especially me, have noticed a decline in the quality of AAA games specifically. This seems like a pretty complex issue on the surface, and it does definitely have multiple causes, but I think some of the most prominent reasons for this would be the bigger focus on profit and the rush to release games as soon as possible. We see this with so many games, Gotham Knights, all these games, and obviously I think the rise of live service games like Fortnite, Battle Royales, all those, I think those are all impacting this in different ways. So, as I said above, one of the main drivers behind the decline in video game quality, in my opinion, is the increased focus on profit by both the developers and publishers' opinion. In the past, many of the developers were primarily focused on creating the best games possible, but these days it seems like the pressure to make a profit has grown significantly. Obviously, it's a huge market. This has led to a focus on making games that are easy to develop and quick to market, rather than games that are innovative and high of quality. So like Battle Royales, pretty easy to make, that's why there's a lot of them. They flood the market. Another factor to video games decreasing in quality would have to be the rush to release the games as soon as possible. We've seen this with a lot of games, or the game developers rush it. The gaming industry is highly competitive, as it always has been, but there is a lot of new pressure to be the first on the market. You want to release those games around Christmas, that's when you see a lot of the bad games released. And of course, this always leads to games being rushed and not fully developed, resulting in a lot of bugs, crashes, lots of technical issues that, of course, detract from our experience as players. Next, we got the rise of live service games. This has, of course, also had an inequality on the impact of games, like I said above. Live service games are basically just designed to keep players engaged for years, as long as possible after release, by adding new content and features. Fortnite, Apex, think those. Well, this is a great way for us to keep interested in the game for an extended period of time. It also means that the launch of these games is just the beginning, and they do continue to evolve and improve over time. This means the players often have to deal with unfinished and unpolished games at launch, as the developers work to fix and improve them post-release. Now, I would think of Battlefield 2042, for instance. That is a live service game, technically, in my mind. Now, next up, of course, we got the increasing popularity of early access programs. We got all the beta programs and all that. Pre-orders have contributed to the decline in video game quality, of course. Pre-orders freaking suck. Do not pre-order a game unless you're sure it's going to be good or it's an indie game, in my opinion. But early access programs and pre-orders allow players to usually purchase and play games when they are not yet complete or available, and that can be exciting, but, it results in more poor quality at launch, and sometimes they don't even care and they just release it for the pre-orders, it seems, nowadays. So, another thing that I don't think anybody really freaking likes is the increasing use of microtransactions, especially in Call of Duty for some reason. You buy a $60 game, you're gonna have to buy a battle pass too. It's terrible, but it does help them make money, which fair. They can do that. Fair enough. It shouldn't detract from the experience. It should not affect the combat unless you get all of it for free, in my opinion. Personally. Anyways, and of course that's led to games trying to maximize profits and not deliver a high quality gaming experience because they just want as many microtransactions as possible. Same with battle passes. Now, I have to say, Fortnite does do battle passes and microtransactions pretty damn well in terms of gameplay. It does not affect the gameplay that much. It's just a skin. It doesn't matter. Do not buy it, in my humble opinion. Next up, I think mobile games have actually had a pretty significant impact on the gaming industry. They're one of the easiest things to make. They always pump these games out, and they've become pretty popular in recent years. A lot of them make more money than big budget games, AAA games. So many of the developers have focused on creating these mobile games because they're simple, easy to play, take not much time, and you can add lots of those microtransactions we talked about into them. And now this has resulted, of course, in a lot of shallow and more unengaging games without the depth, combat, any of the stuff the older games were used to have. Now, of course, there are a lot of exceptions to this. This is not the whole gaming industry, guys. Don't think I'm talking about every game. There are plenty of good free-to-play and AAA games still out there, or to be released, but a lot of them are terrible, especially from certain developers. So basically, just to sum this all up, I think that this is a super complex issue, and I couldn't even begin to cover it in a 10-minute video, but I think some of the most prominent reasons, like I said, were profit, rush to release as soon as possible, pre-order, and live service. And I think it's important for all of us to be aware of these factors and make informed decisions when purchasing and playing games. Do not pre-order games unless you're sure it's going to be good or it's from an indie developer. Support your indie developers, always. They're great. Most of them are great. Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy, and yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. It's a new format. Give me a second to get used to it, boys. See you later. Peace.